Good afternoon, traders. This is Sarah Schoonmaker with 7 Points Capital, bringing today's takeaway, or recap, let's say. Looks like an interesting day in the market again, pretty choppy. We had a couple China headlines. The SPY looks like it's trying to regain some strength here after 4 down days, bounced off of this 267.50 area, and it's had a nice afternoon rally, which we'll see is kind of stalling. We had a late day headline about China, more tariffs, spiked down. Now looks like it's reclaiming it. So it was a really choppy morning. Just really nothing going on. A little bounce here, but then nothing really happened with the market until a optimistic China article about making progress with negotiations, possibly wrapping things up in January. So market got a little more bounce here, and then some more pessimistic China news coming out, increasing tariffs in January. So a little spike down, but looks like it's shaking it off so far. We're almost to the close. It's about 3:15 right now. So, I guess tomorrow I'm going to be looking at the high of day today in SPY, which is this just below 273.60. I'm going to keep that level in mind for tomorrow. If the SPY regains that and market looks good, I'll definitely look at some tech and Chinese stocks. Things that closed strong today, I'll look to buy. I'm going to go over some stocks later in the video about what I'm watching. But right now, yeah, this level is what I'm watching for tomorrow for the upside. Downside, I'm going to see if it can hold, stay above this 270.80 area. I want to see if it can, maybe retest it and bounce. But if not, if it's really going to go back down, so let's say it decides to get spooked with the China news tomorrow, which can happen. This is kind of the level I'm looking at to see if it's going to break and maybe retest these lows down here again. So that's the game plan for tomorrow. Just going to wait and see, be cautious. I don't think I was cautious enough off the open today. Did a little too much. But given all these headlines going on and a lot of chop in the market, I think it's best to be even more cautious. Maybe trade with less shares, and then when you catch the right side, just wait for conviction. So that's my game plan for tomorrow. Today was decent. I struggled a little bit in the morning with this chop, but finally, found some good trades to the long side later in the day. So my best stock today was Apple. We're gonna go see what this did. Looking at the daily for Apple, it's been down several days now, and I see that 185 is a pretty critical area for this, for support. It loves this 190. It definitely wants to drag. It definitely is desperate to hold this, and it looks like it is so far today. So I was looking for a bounce in this. If the SPY was going to bounce, I was looking for some kind of green day out of Apple. Let's see, intraday, I got in a little early. I honestly thought it was clearing pre-market highs, like it looked really good. I was adding, I thought the market, SPY initially looked pretty strong, and then spiked down. I was getting a little worried, took a little off, and then saw that it bounced off of pre-market lows, and decided to add a little bit back to see if it could get going, and luckily did pretty well with this. It had a nice trend all day. I was getting a little worried here. It came back to VWAP, and this is when SPY pulled back a little bit. I was wondering, is this going to roll over now or what? But luckily, it held VWAP, and I stuck with it and got a nice bounce. So I decided to take it off just because the SPY was looking a little toppy up here, and just said, hey, this is a pretty nice move. So sometimes it's good to take it off when you have a good enough move and it's been a choppy day, just book it. So Apple's always on the radar along with all my usual tech stocks. So this had a nice move. The next one was, probably the next best one was Cisco. They had earnings. Initially the reaction looked good. They looked pretty good after hours, and pre-market it looked okay. It was holding up, and so I wasn't sure which direction this would go, but had a nice, spiked up and retested the highs from last night and failed. So decided to short. If it can't get going, I usually short earning stocks that fail like this, and it usually works when it reverses this whole bar. So shorted here, got a nice bounce, got a nice, nice run here, and notice that it just kind of topped out around here. Put in a nice hammer, decided just to take it. And then it just pretty much did nothing the rest of the day. So I was happy with this one, happy with Apple. I struggled with the other earnings stock, NTAP. I was kind of frustrated with this one. I thought I could do so much better. I should have really made money on this. I don't know why I didn't, because normally when I see bearish stock, bearish reaction to the earnings, gapping down off the open, I love to see this where it snaps up against a trend line, and then that's when you short. That's when I usually short and get a nice trend. Usually that's it's a pretty high probability pattern. It tends to work. But for whatever, I just saw something different today. Whatever reason, I really thought this might have been a hammer or kind of like a bottoming level. Even on the daily, I thought, I don't know, I think I was a little, oops, that's the weekly, a little bit of the daily. I really thought it would hold. Yeah, I thought this 168 area was pretty big, and I thought it would actually bounce. So I thought the move was pretty big to the downside. So it was, I guess I was thinking, oh, maybe I was kind of bottom fishing a little bit, realized bought a little bit, and realized it just couldn't get going. So got out, tried to buy again. I don't know, just got chopped around, tried to short, and then it started to come back. Yeah, but note to self, when I see this pattern, just stick to what I usually do, and it's okay to try to get long on a bounce or reversal, but maybe wait for it to reclaim maybe pre-market levels, like pre-market highs, get going again. So this one was frustrating, but another one, a couple other stocks that I didn't trade that I wish I did. They had pretty much the cleanest moves of the day. UNG, like as you guys know, you've probably been watching natural gas. It's had an insane move to the upside and sold off a crazy amount last night and today. I wish I was in this, so it was a lot easier to deal with. Typical, easy, like open up, try to get above VWAP, can't get above VWAP, probably a good place to short, add along the trend line, beautiful trend down. So these are the trades I'm really trying to find and get better at getting on my list and getting into. So I missed that one, but I love this pattern. And a similar one was PCG, the company that looks like it's going to be blamed for the California fires. It could go bankrupt. Gosh, it's been going straight down for days now. This is A+, like breaks pre-market low, straight down, no hope. Like shallow bounce, hits the trend line, and just trends beautifully down all day. And looks like, who knows, this could go to zero. So, I love these patterns, hoping to get more of these tomorrow and less chop. Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye on PCG and more earnings. And we have NVIDIA earnings tonight. Definitely keeping an eye on that, and AMD. AMD usually trades with NVIDIA, so those are on my radar. And Nordstrom as well. We have JWN earnings tonight, so that's on my list. So yeah, I guess we've got to be careful with these headlines and stay nimble. Don't get caught on one side. Yeah, and that's the game plan for tomorrow. All right, thanks guys. I appreciate your listening. Please send questions, comments. Look forward to hearing from you. Enjoy the rest of your day.